tryna stand up. Look. He say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my park, see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on this break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Camp is half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she loved that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cop that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me at the teller, it's not that. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New York Giants and the New York Jets, and it's all up next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Giants and their inner-city rivals, the New York Jets. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got a coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
So here are the Jets backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers, That time, the defense won.
They'll run with Hall. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, right back to Hall. Dances by him. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Hall again. Shifts by him. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Listen.
Give to Hall.
Nice block, right. Nice block, nice block.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And from his end zone, here's Gary Brightwell. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep, Alex Erickson. That's taken on the 25. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Breece Hall help leading out this offense for another series. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down.
Ah, good God Almighty.
He's going to go down. He's sacked. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Got me again.
They got him once again.
Oh, my God.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forgive the less.
I don't know if I got it. This is
Doomed to repeat them? That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. Rodgers going to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards.
Hey, that was quick.
And it'll be Giant
Great.
football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
My tail up.
The crowd may be
Never
losing
had
just
that
a little
happen.
bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some
It's all
offense. They
bad.
want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now, to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Erickson now to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Hall again. Room here to run. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has started a 3rd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Erickson. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gotta give her a break.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st down, Jones. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. On the return, here's Gary Brightwell. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 164 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll go again with Hall. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A give running right is Hall. And a tackle there by Micah McFadden.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hall on a give up the middle. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a give to Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all their runs. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
On play action, now Rodgers. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than you. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does it in here. And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff for Hall.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
226 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll run here with Hall.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Running left, it's Hall.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Rodgers throwing here. And that is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He's got it.
Dang it.
Pick up, not enough. 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ballgame. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Rodgers looking to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, here's Hall. Powerful running. There he goes left side. Breece Hall to the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a 1st down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and he's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
That's crazy.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense.